The Symphony of the Sand Timer. In a small and tranquil village surrounded by green hills and whispers of the wind, there was a charming shop that sold antique clocks. Its owner, Mr. Oliver, was known for his skill in repairing even the most broken timepieces. However, there was one clock in particular that he never touched, a sand timer carved from the finest crystal, resting in a display case at the center of his shop. This sand timer, with its elegant spiral design and golden sand, was not only a beautiful object, but also an enigma. Legend had it that the timer had the power to reveal hidden truths about the life of its possessor, but only under special circumstances. The sand inside the timer fell almost imperceptibly, and the sound of its flow was the only clue to its operation. Each night, after closing the shop, Mr. Oliver would sit in front of the sand timer and listen to its gentle murmur. It had become a routine for him, a sort of meditation that helped him relax and forget the worries of the day. However, something peculiar happened one night. As he watched the timer, the sound of the flowing sand began to form a melody. It was a delicate and enveloping symphony, seeming to tell a story in each note. Mr. Oliver closed his eyes and let the melody guide him. As the symphony continued, he began to see images of his own past and future. The notes of the music seemed to reveal crucial moments of his life and decisions, showing him paths not taken and opportunities he had let slip by. One night, the symphony showed him a particularly intense vision, a moment from his childhood when he had to make an important decision, a choice that had defined the course of his life. He saw his younger self, full of dreams and hopes, and felt a deep sadness as he saw how those dreams had faded over time. The vision showed him what could have been, and how the decisions he made had led him down a different path. Mr. Oliver realized that the sand timer was not only a window into his past, but also a guide to understanding his present and future. Each night, the symphony revealed more about his life, unraveling not only the reasons behind his decisions, but also the feelings and desires he had ignored. Over time, he began to understand that the sand timer was showing him not only what had been, but also what could still be. The music revealed opportunities to correct past mistakes and find a new purpose. The symphony suggested ways to reconcile with the past and move towards a future more aligned with his true desires and values. One night, as Mr. Oliver listened to the symphony with a mix of sadness and hope, the music changed. The melody became clearer and more luminous, as if offering a new perspective. He saw a vision of his future life, filled with achievements and joyful moments he had yet to experience, but were within reach if he made the right choices now. Mr. Oliver decided to act on what he had learned. He began making changes in his life, making more conscious decisions aligned with his desires and values. The symphony of the sand timer became his guide, helping him find a path toward a more fulfilling and authentic life. As Mr. Oliver continued to explore the mystery of the sand timer, He realized that the true magic of the object was not in altering time, but in offering him a deep insight into himself. The symphony continued to play, not only in the air but in his heart, reminding him that self-discovery and personal transformation were an eternal and ongoing melody. Mr. Oliver's shop became a place of reflection and healing for both himself and those who came seeking something more. And although the sand timer continued to reveal secrets and visions, the greatest discovery had been the power of self-reflection and the ability to change one's destiny through understanding and conscious action. Mr. Oliver's journey was far from over, but he now embarked on it with a new perspective and a renewed sense of purpose, guided by the symphony of the sand timer that continued to play in his life. Mr. Oliver continued his path with renewed clarity and purpose. The shop, which had once been a simple refuge for antique clocks, transformed into a sanctuary of self-discovery and reflection. His customers, drawn by the mysterious symphony of the sand timer, began to notice an air of calm and wisdom in the place. Each night, after closing the shop, Oliver immersed himself in the symphony of the sand timer, uncovering new layers of his own life. The music continued to reveal secrets, but now also guided him toward a deeper understanding of his purpose. He began to However, the mystery of the sand timer remained profound. Despite advances in his understanding, Mr. Oliver felt there was still more to uncover. The symphony continued to evolve, and with each new melody, new questions and challenges arose. Sometimes, he felt the timer was showing him a path he could not yet fully follow. One night, while listening to the music of the sand timer in the solitude of the shop, Oliver had a vision that seemed to be a final message from Master Arion. He saw a future where the symphony not only influenced his own life, but also expanded to touch the hearts of future generations. He envisioned the shop as a place where people not only sought answers, but also shared their own discoveries and experiences. With this vision in mind, Mr. Oliver began planning a new chapter for his shop. He decided to create a space dedicated to collaboration and the exchange of ideas, where people from different walks of life could come together, share their stories, and find inspiration in the symphony of the sand timer. Mr. Oliver's shop became a beacon of hope and self-discovery, a place where the magic of the sand timer helped people find their own rhythm in the symphony of life. And although the timer continued to reveal secrets and mysteries, Oliver understood that the greatest gift of all was the ongoing journey toward personal understanding and sharing that journey with others. The symphony of the sand timer continued to play, not only in the air but in every corner of the shop and in every heart that crossed its threshold. And so, the story of the sand timer continued to be written, chapter after chapter, note after note, in the eternal melody of life and self-discovery.